run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Check. Hey, go, Mike 40. He's crashing. He's checking.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 41. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like in the start of a game when the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Complete to
Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Chiefs 0. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Now he'll pull it down. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
The kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
The score, Ravens 14, Chiefs 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Ravens.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. And a Raven first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head coach and probably his agent too saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, Take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Jackson now. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Keeper
taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Jackson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First down, Baltimore.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for number 12. Incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
Mahomes' pass intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And it's complete to Kelsey. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Mahomes now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Come on. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, we got to keep it.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Eyes move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's 2nd down. And
well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Dobbins on the carry.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
The 21-yard line. A gain of a yard.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus Joyner with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Jackson, options out left. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And some room to run now. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 17-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Complete.
Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chiefs 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
The end of the 3rd quarter of play with the score Ravens 35, Chiefs 3.
Now Mahomes looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And again, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the depth, and he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Nicole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground?
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
5-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Flush to his right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards. 28 more yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First, operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Not much there, only a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Mahomes to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. The tight end, Kelce. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Today's final score, Ravens.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.